In women's basketball, I'm sure there's some kind of genetics to go around it, but knees is always a thing. And it's a jumping sport, it's an agile sport, it's a compact impact sport. So knees are definitely a part, especially in women's basketball, that you have to be conscious of. As someone that my senior year of college, I actually had an ACL tear, meniscus, like I almost blew out my knee. So it's definitely something that I'm very conscious of. The building of your glutes, your hamstrings, your quads, everything to protect that structure and have a strong base is super important in basketball.
At the end of the race, your legs hurt, your arms hurt, your back is tight, like everything is. So we're one of those full body sports. Your hips are sore at the end. So if you're doing it right, I think it should be all of it.
There are actually some specific ones, like a lot of little muscles that you use that are easy to damage. For example, the wrists. There's a lot of wrist issues within breaking, myself included. Shoulders are a big one because it's a lot of upper body, as well as your knees, because you, at least specifically the way I dance too, I'm bashing my knees a lot. My ankles as well, because I do kind of weird things with my ankles. So everyone kind of approaches it differently, but those tend to be pretty common injury points.
It's very muscular, and it's a lot of legs, a lot of back, so lower back, knees, hips. But I would say it's a lot of nerve system, because it's heavy, it's hard. There's no easy training. It's always hard. It's always heavy. And the 120 kilo from Monday is the same 120 kilo from Tuesday, but sometimes that 120 will feel lighter and sometimes will feel a ton.
Honestly, what hurts a lot is my traps. And it sounds weird because in the position that we are, we're kind of like closed up and like our hands are always tight. So like we're always like contracted with our upper body. So my neck and my traps are just so sore from holding all that tension.
I think it'd be almost surprising to know that you actually don't throw it with your arm. So I'm not like Popeye. I don't just have this like one big bicep arm. As much as I kind of wish I did. I think that would be a cool piece. Like 80% of the throw comes from like your legs. And so you need to be generally strong, and like having like good upper body strength is like positive, but you create so much speed and force from the ground up, and it comes like through like the kinetic chain the whole way up through your body. So I think that's the little misconception, is that like you must be just so strong upper body. It's just like it's so much more full body experience than that.
Surfing like kind of requires full body strength, but definitely if you're surfing like more rippy conditions when you're paddling a lot, it can be very fatiguing for like your shoulders and your traps and your arms.
For us, it's a mix of power and endurance. We compete for 6 days long, and each race is 45 minutes to an hour. So it's quite a straining process being out in the sun and the elements. But for us in the boat that I sail, it's a lot of legs and core. It's kind of like running a race while playing a chess game. So as much as the physical aspect is really important to train, the mental side of it is extremely important. And the strategy and learning about the wind and the waves and the current, like there's so many pieces of sailing that I don't think everyone really realizes that comes into a mix, and studying clouds and all of those things and the elements, things that we can't really control, while trying to control what I can control as well.